Hello, my name is Bridget and I'm Complementary Therapist at Mount Edgecombe Hospice. I'm just going to show you a few movements that you can use by yourself to do some self-massage. Really intended to help relax all this area over your shoulders, your neck and your head that we can carry a lot of tension, and especially at the moment when there's a lot of anxiety and just a feeling of not having control. So this brings you back into the moment and you're helping yourself as well. So I'm going to start by just relaxing, putting your hands on your chest and just taking a couple of nice nourishing breaths. When you breathe in, it's quite good to breathe in if you can through your nose and then slowly out through your mouth. And just doing a couple of nice deep breaths any time of the day can actually make you just come back into the moment and still your mind. So we're going to go and just work our shoulders with our fingertips. We're just going to massage from the outer edge in to the neck. So you can see the sun shining on my arms there, but I'm just using my fingers to circle around. This muscle on our shoulders can get very tight, and I can feel mine is really tight, especially as I come into the neck, which is a classic point of tense, where we hold tension. But just by working this muscle can really help relax. And then with my fingertips I'm coming onto the neck, and again I'm just massaging up the back of the neck. Hopefully you can see that. Again, another area of tension. And you can work right up and right up the sides. If any area is really hurting, please don't carry on, just miss that area out. Okay. And something else you can do is just rub your shoulders with the opposite hand, and you can also rub your neck. Again, if you've got your arms actually rested on a table, you might find that helps a little bit as well. Then we're going to go on to work on the head, and we have a ledger bone here under the skull, base of the skull, called the occiput. And we're just going to, with either our fingers or our thumbs, just circle along. Hopefully you can see this. With my fingers, little circles. So again, if you want to rest your arms, or if you're just sitting in a chair, massaging along this ridge of bone. Again, we have a lot of pressure points here, and muscle attachments which can get really tight when we're anxious and tense and carrying all that tension in our shoulders and our neck. So another one is just rolling your shoulders just to help relax them if you are feeling really anxious and tense. So now we're going to go onto the head, and for this I'm going to take my hairband out. So loosen your hair. If you have shorter hair, or you don't have much hair, or you've lost your hair, you can still work this and you can still do some of these movements, but obviously you'll be using more on the scalp than working under the head, which will obviously become clear when I'm working. At any point you can just stop and stroke back. And this is a lovely soothing movement. So if you want to start with that, just stroking back, one hand after the other. And this is a lovely motion, a bit like stroking a cat, but a very comforting movement. And then just on your temples, you can see here, just very gently circling You can put a little bit more pressure on if you want, but you'd certainly, if it starts to hurt, please less pressure and just very gentle. I actually like it very gently here. Just a few circles. Again, you can do more of this if you find you have one of those really sort of frontal headaches, and this is a really good one to do. And then with your hands in a claw-like position, you're going to work all over the scalp. This is really nice for increasing the circulation. Releasing any tension on the scalp. And great for an all over head massage, working all areas. You might find some areas are tighter than others. You can do it one-handed or two-handed. And don't forget back of your head. And then some ruffling, just with your fingers in a claw-like position. You can ruffle back, or you can ruffle forward. And then with your fingers, just as if your fingertips are playing the drum. In Indian head massage, we call this tabla. And then with our fists again, or with your hands in making a fist shape, you're going to come up through your hair and just bunch it and give it a little bit of a tug. This is so good at releasing tension, encouraging circulation and stimulation. You can do this two-handed or one-handed. Try not to forget about the front of your head or the back. If you haven't got much hair, you can just grab whatever hair you've got and just give it a little pull, or if you haven't got any hair, then just little rubs all over the hair. Okay, just get rid of that mop of hair. So then we're going to do just some head pressures. So with the fingertips just on the head, we're going to press and hold just for 4 or 5 counts. Different area, press, hold, again, if anything's really tender, don't make it worse, just lessen the pressure or leave off that area. And then we're going to do one called squeeze and lift. So with your fingers pointing upwards, we're going to, above the ear, we're going to just gently squeeze in, lift up, hold and release. Squeeze in, lift up, hold and release. And you can come forward over your temples and do this. And this really does help release that tension in that front of the head. And then you can go back as well. You can also do one we call the pyramid. So above the eyes, above the ears, you're going to come up, hands together, and scoop it off. Come back, up, just like a volcano erupting, or shape of the pyramid coming up and off. And then just finishing off, soothing, stroking back, nice, slowly and softly. And just come back. You can either just hold onto your neck, your shoulders, or your head if you want to, or just come back into the hands crossed. And again, take a couple of really nice breaths, just letting go. and releasing that tension, and hopefully you'll feel a lot more relaxed. And whether you just pick one move out of all of that or the whole sequence, I really hope it helps, and hopefully I'll be back again showing you some more self-help techniques soon. Take care. Stay safe.